Right, hello. Let's do a recap week again. Let's do a recap. This is a recap. Recap week, anyways. So, the topics I talked about were one of them was expensive concerts yet again. A friend of mine posted how he was going to a Rammstein concert, and I was, jealous in the sense that I love that band. They're pretty cool. But not jealous in the sense of it just costs so much money. Somebody told me it was like a couple $100 just to go, and you're just kind of going, man, that's not cool. Because I've talked about this before. Tickets shouldn't be this expensive. Things shouldn't be that expensive. Like, you're paying to sit. It's like, oh no, you're going to a show. Well, of all, I don't want to say it that way, but it gets boring after a while. I never understood like concert lovers because it's like you're just sitting to watch something and there's only so much of that you can do, and then when they tack on a lot of high ticket prices just to see a band play drums and all that and add pyrotechnics and lasers and stuff like that, it's still, I don't know. I mean, the same goes for anything. Like, it's just, I'm not going to spend like hundreds and hundreds of dollars for a theater play or a musical or a movie or anything, because it's just a lot of sitting. That's why I don't go to too many festivals, because a lot of standing. And then I don't like how people act. They idolize these bands like they're gods, and so that this topic's a heavy one for me. That's why I kind of talked about it. It was just because coincidentally a friend brought it up, and then it's just like this thing that I would have to get like really deep into, which would take up a lot of time. And so yeah, but it was just kind of like a pity. And like I understand this is a foreign band from Germany, so it's like I get it. They fly them out and all that stuff. It's not cheap, but at the same time, it's just madness. To just watch them play. So maybe for a few hundred, if you got to shake their hand, that'd be cool. Anyway, then I went into the ever so popular toilet paper placement. Do you fold the toilet paper in the front or in the back, or do you not care? The ones that don't care, they're the worst, because they just are like, I'm gonna put it anywhere. The ones who purposely have the toilet paper go in the back, whew, you guys are trouble. I don't get the logic. It's just you gotta reach underneath. Sometimes it's not even draping, so you have to really dig to see like where that flap is to get the toilet paper. I mean, it's a huge debate. This alone is a 2-hour debate. It's just on who's right and who's wrong. But clearly, it's the flap in the front that's right. That's just easy placement, easy grabbing. That's how a toilet paper. That's how toilet paper should be. If we're gonna complain about men leaving the toilet seat up, toilet paper placement is another one. Then the following topic, the next day, was picking your battles. Every so often, I check out IG models because they're interesting, like any other human being. And one particularly went to Seattle and was like, I got my hair God, I've been watching too many movies. I got my hair done and and I went outside in the rain and it messed it up and all that. And so it just got into like this topic of like pick your battles. Do you want to live in a world? Do you want to be that person where you get upset? You spend a lot of money to get your nails done, and then you chip one and you feel terrible. You get your hair, you pay a lot of money, you get your hair done, and then it gets the rain hits it. Do you want to walk outside with that kind of mentality, those kind of stresses where it's like you chose to pay a lot of money to do something, hair, clothes, nails, buying a purse, and then you get upset when elements, things out of your control, ruin it? Like, you chose that battle. You chose to do that, and it's very odd to me. That's why, like, buying expensive stuff for brand name sake and all that just is weird. Because it reminds me of a time when a guy got his shoes stepped on, and this was like high school, so he was picking on the person who stepped on him. And I was just going like, dude, you're walking like a penguin. Like, what do you expect? What do you expect? Like, you just you if you walk outside of your house, you're gonna get them dirty instantly. Dust, elements, weather, people in a crowd are gonna step on your feet. Why would you invest in something and then be like so into it that you got upset about it? Like back in the 90s, you heard about these gangster stories of people shooting up people for shoes, and so that's just pick your battles. You wanna get upset because rain messed up your hair, and it's like you go to Seattle, and it's like, hello, Seattle's known for rainfall, so either do your homework or know about the city or something. But it's like going to Florida and not expecting some kind of weird gator story. You know what I mean? It's like there's just certain states, cities, and areas on this planet that are known for certain things, and so you're gonna get your hair and get up anyway. So that was the other thing. And then there was a meme that I got that was, if you want to know how you spend, like, want to waste $10,000, spend 27.40 a day on crap. It said like miscellaneous stuff, but it's like, so if you bought like a big coffee, I think I attached that with another image, which was like, coffee and what other thing was it? Oh yeah, buying single use instead of bulk. And it's like those are the things that are wasteful. You're buying that drink every day, or you're buying that fast food every day, or whatever, that Snickers every day, that candy bar every day, just that thing, and it adds up. So if you are spending 27.40, currently, it will add up to 10 grand by the end of the year, and it's just like, jeez. Ironically, though, I want to play devil's advocate, where it's like I did see this meme where the cartoon was going as the girl was berating the guy for drinking a beer, and it goes like 6 panels in with like, you drink beer, that beer adds up to this, you could have owned a plane by now, and then he's like, do you drink beer? No, where's your plane? And so the irony of, she's berating him for spending all this money that added up to 10 grand at the end of the year, but then, she didn't have anything to show for hers. So yeah, it comes down to like how you spend your money, but it's just like another point, like just weird, you know what I mean? Like that, it's like it's weird to have something every day. If you like really stop to think about it, it's like it's just part of my ritual. I have to get a cup of coffee every day, and you're like, like you know that's weird, but like you don't think it's weird enough to stop, and that's weird. So you have to like get that daily thing, and you cannot do it, not do it. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't like to be controlled by stuff. Anyway, then my last one was pickles, and this one was a little more fun because I saw this video and it was all sciencey, and it was just like the dude takes an air pressure container that takes all the air out, and he tells you you can pickle stuff in days or minutes, not weeks. And this just kind of like was fun for me because it was like I was thinking about pickling at one point, but then I realized it's like in order to just enjoy a little jar of pickles, it would have taken me 2 weeks, and I just ended up not doing it because I wasn't in the mood. But then it's like, okay, and then I'm like, yeah, I gotta see how much the it will cost. So it's like, yeah, air pressure thing. Like a quick search, it was like $1,000. I'm sure there's cheap ones out there or whatever. And I don't even know if you can make your own. That's another episode, another thing to look into is what's the complications with that. But so yeah, but it's like, God, I wonder if pickle companies made me think. Do pickle companies do that? Because that's a quick investment. $1,000 is nothing, and you just bring out. You can just load and just conveyor belt your pickles, and then you sell them for X amount of money, and you'll make that grand back in no time, especially if you're a pickle company. So I was just like, okay. But it was just interesting because he was telling you it's like, I guess oxygen leaves the pickle, and then to substitute that empty space with oxygen, it's the brine or the pickle juice that seeps into it. And that's what the fermentation is, in the 2 weeks. But because you have this machine that sucks up all the oxygen, it immediately does that. And I'm just like, oh, that's crazy. So it's like a sponge type thing. And I'm just like, that's what I love about this planet. Like, I always, every so often, I have a chat where I'm like, whoever invented like the microwave, even computers, like, just there's certain things that I'm like, I'm not there. I'm like, I'll never be there. I'm not smart enough. I'm too dumb. And that stuff's exciting because it's like, okay, if you just understand how things work, there's simpler ways of doing it. And that's my whole point in life, is to just not make things so complicated. And it just, I don't know, it's fun. So it was a fun video to like learn how that worked. And you're like, all right. It did make me curious. So, okay, so pickles, sure. But then when you have like a different type of food consistency, like an egg, how does that work? Is it the same? Oxygen release and stuff like that? I mean, I'm assuming. And then the same with chicken feet. Is that the same? So the video didn't touch upon that, and I didn't think about it until later. But that would be something fun to look into, or if I had a machine, experiment that. But yeah, so that was fun. So anyway, that was my week. That was a recap. Cool.